This is a 1924 Aston Martin Grand Prix car. This car matters because of its history and its mechanical sophistication for a 1920s car. They made only about half a dozen twin-cam engines, and this is one of only two that we know that is currently running. This car was raced by Captain George Easton extensively, and then he took the engine out, put it in his boat, and raced it on the Thames River. We've got wild photographs of the mechanic hanging off to the side and Easton standing up and racing and water spraying all over the place. And then after that, he took the engine out of the boat, put it back in the car, and then raced it through the late 20s. After that, it was owned by a number of very famous race car drivers in Europe, and then it was owned by Nick Cousins, who featured the car in a number of Aston Martin advertisements as well as Castrol advertisements. The Aston Martin twin-cam engine was a very unique engine. It's a solid cast-in head with 16 valves, 4 cylinders, 1.5 liters, Solex carburetors, and a Bosch Magneto ignition system. It was originally a sedan, and when Captain Easton converted it, he lowered the steering wheel. And Aston Martin race cars have the accelerator pedal in the middle. So when he lowered the steering wheel, the accelerator pedal ended up on the left. So they put a horseshoe pedal in that circles around the steering wheel. And the car is so low that you're sitting there and laying down almost in the car. The thing that speaks to me about it is the ingenuity of the engineers of Bamford and Martin. We now think of modern cars with 16-valve engines as a big new invention, but it wasn't. And these guys were, just trying everything. And for me personally, I just love to sit in the seat that George Easton and a whole host of very famous race car drivers sat in and drove around the track at 100, 120 miles an hour. 2013 is the 100th anniversary of Aston Martin. The Aston Martin Owners Club is having a centenary event in England at Kensington Palace, and this is going to represent 1924-1925 time period. I'm Mitch.
And I'm Wendy Gross.
And this car matters.